Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video we will discuss the benefits of Microsoft Purview Exact Data Match. I will log on to the portal and take it from there. Okay, I'm logged on to the portal purview.microsoft.com, and under solutions you will have this option information protection. When you will click on information protection, you would see classifiers, policies, sensitivity labels, recommendations, report. You have to click on classifiers and you have to click on EDM classifiers. EDM stands for exact data match. So if you see that new EDM experience is turned on by default, and now creating and making an exact data match based sensitive information type available is a multi-phase process. You can use the new experience or the classic experience, or you can also use PowerShell. Now I will tell you the difference between the two experiences and help you pick the right one for your needs. Now EDM service information types can be used in data loss prevention, auto labeling, insider risk management policies, Purview e-discovery, insider risk management. Make sure that you have the required licenses and permissions. If you're not sure about it, please go and check Microsoft documentation. So the new EDM experience combines the functionality of the EDM schema and EDM sensitive information types tools into a single user experience. It provides the benefits of a simplified workflow. Now, if you want to understand the workflow here, you click on here. Prerequisite: discover and prepare your sensitive data. Before creating your EDM classifier, you'll prepare two files. One's required, the other is highly recommended. Require a file containing the actual sensitive data you want your classifier to detect, right? If you want to detect patient records, your file might contain data for patient ID and name. And then a highly recommended is that a similar file with sample data that will be used when creating the EDM classifier in the next step. Click EDM classifier to open a wizard that will walk you through the steps. Surely upload the file containing your organization sensitive info. Test the classifier in simulation mode and publish it. And you can click here to create an EDM classifier. Okay. Now there is a simplified workflow as well. With the new experience, the schema and service information types are created via one user experience. This means there are fewer clicks, better guidance on mapping primary elements to default SITs, and clearer description of default confidence level for the rules. When you need to see the status of an EDM SIT in the creation process, the new experience reports on this in the UI, right? So it would say data not yet uploaded, data uploaded percentage, data upload complete or not, indexing, data upload failed, right? And in the new experiences, in this window, you can provide a sample data file that has the same header values and enough rows, like 10 to 20 of representative data to the system. The system would generate the EDM SIT detection rules, one for each primary field. Based on detection of the primary fields, the system creates high and medium confidence rules using all the other fields as corroborative evidences. And there are some additional guardrails to ensure better performance. The system wants, if it finds a primary field mapped to a SIT that detects a broad range of values, which will be called a loosely defined SIT. This can cause the system to perform lookups on large numbers of strings that are not related to the kind of content that you're looking for. Mapping between these types of SITs and primary fields can result in false negatives and decrease performance. You can toggle back and forth between the new and classic experiences, but I would highly recommend using the new experience unless you need the old or the classic experience and the new experience is not meeting your needs. And we are limited to creating and mapping and managing 10 EDM SITs because the new experience does not support mapping multiple SITs to the same schema. And if you need to specify a name for your EDM SIT schemas, you have to use the classic experience to create and manage them. Because the new experience automatically creates the schema, you don't get the opportunity to give your schema a custom name. And now if you want to create, and now when it comes to creating the exact data match sensitive information type in the Microsoft Purview, you'll have to be cautious of few things. You have to understand the overview of the EDM workflow that we just discussed a few minutes back. So there are a few phases. Phase 1 would be to export source data for exact data match base sensitive information type. How will you do that? You have to define your EDM sensitive type. So when you define your EDM sensitive type, one of the most critical decisions is to define which fields are your primary fields. Primary fields needs to follow a detectable pattern and be defined as searchable fields or column EDM schema. Secondary fields don't need to follow any pattern since they'll be compared against all the text surrounding matches to the primary fields. For example, if you have the columns like full name, date of birth, account number, social security number, even if the first and last names are the columns that are common to the different combination of data, such strings don't follow patterns that are easily identifiable, right? So there are some sample file templates. Suppose you are mentioning or having the source data using US financial data, right? So what you will do, if you'll see that sample file available on Microsoft documentation, they have the SSN number as their first column. Then they have the account ID, first name, last name, and email, right? Now, if you will, you have to save that sensitive data in a .csv, TSV, or pipe separated format. Now, then you'll have to create the sample file. Create an EDM SIT sample file. For example, if you'll create an Excel file, now if you look at this documentation and if you look at the sample file for US financial data that I will download here, open it. This is how you create. Like, make sure that your sample file must have the same column headers, but use synthetic values for the rows like first name, last name, email, SSN, account ID. All right. Now, make sure that you should know how to use the sample file templates. You need to download the sample file template for your specific requirement. Compare the column headers in the template to your actual source data and pick the ones you want to use as primary fields. So I want this to be used as primary fields. Compare the formatting, save your customized sample file to use when you will create an EDM SIT schema. Okay. Now, when you come to creation of an exact data match, sensitive information type schema and rule package, make sure that you have global admin or compliance admin permissions to create, test, and deploy a custom sensitive information type. Now I'll go back to the portal. I'll go to data classification, EDM, and then the classifiers. Data classification, EDM classifiers. Create EDM classifiers. This should be done in the compliance portal. Within the compliance portal. Let's click on it and check what these steps are. Information, Microsoft Purview portal, information protection classifier, EDM classifier, then EDM schemas available when the new EMD experience is toggle off. Okay, I'll toggle it off. EDM schemas, I don't have any EDM schema. Let it refresh. Create EDM sensitive information type. One EDM schema is required. Either create a new schema or choose existing one. Choose an EDM schema. No. Add. I don't have an EDM schema here. So first of all, I need to create an EDM schema. I'll go here. I am not getting an option to create an EDM schema. I'll toggle this new Microsoft Purview portal. It will go back to the compliance portal has been retired, and I am not getting an option to create an EDM schema. I'm back to the new portal. I will pause the video, check it, and come back. I am not sure about the reason, but I think this is my lab tenant and I don't have the proper licenses to get that option. But first of all, we have to create an EDM schema, and then after you create an EDM schema, and then you will create an EDM based sensitive information type, where you will have the primary element, match validation sections, and after that you will configure settings for data. And once you have finished, your exact data match automatically generates one detection rule for each of the primary elements be identified, and then it also creates a high confidence rule and a medium confidence rule. High confidence rules have more matching requirements than medium confidence rules, which in turn have more requirements than low confidence rules. Now wait for at least an hour after creating or editing a schema before downloading and using it for the EDM data upload. Do not use the EDM upload agent to download, manually edit, and then re-upload a schema. And after that, when this is done, you have to hash and upload the sensitive information source table. You can hash and upload your sensitive data using either the two computer method or a single computer method, right? Make sure all the prerequisites are met. Then hash and upload your data, and then if you use a two-computer method. So sensitive information source table is formatted as a clear text by using one computer for the hash step and a different computer for the upload step. We can protect the data from being exposed in clear text on a computer with a direct connection to the Microsoft 365 tenant. Okay, and if you're using a single computer, make sure that you authorize the EDM upload agent, which is installed on that computer, and then we can have the command to hash and upload the sensitive data. And after that, we have to test this EDM sensitive information type, which will be that you will use a sensitive information type method, or we will use EDM classifiers method. So when you want to test, you will come under sensitive information types, which is under information protection. When it says create sensitive information type, make sure that you select your EDM SIT from the list. Let's say this is my SIT that I want to check, right? On that SIT, EDM SIT, you will get an option to test, right? And this flyout pane, you will upload a file that contains data that you want to detect, and then you will click on test. Now, after the file has been uploaded and scanned, we need to check for the matches for our EDM SIT. If the test function in the SIT detects a match, verify that the SIT is not trimming it or extracting the matched item incorrectly. We can test the EDM SIT using PowerShell as well. We can test the EDM SIT with information protection policies. All right. And if you think you need to do the lab or you need to test before rolling out it in production, you also need to check Microsoft documentations for sample files and other points that I might not have covered in detail, and if you want to understand it more. I hope this was informative for all of you. If you have any further queries, please mention them in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.